What's up guys, Lou here, and today I am bringing you my official PlayStation 4 unboxing video in 4K. So first things first, I want to give a big shout out to Sony for sending out this PS4 and making this video possible. I have recorded this video in 4K resolution so you can get all of that detail when it comes to checking out this hardware. So if you want to see it in full res, make sure to change the quality setting down below this YouTube video. The PlayStation 4 features an all-new controller, packing in some brand new tech and innovation. And while it looks a little bit like the old version, the fit in your hands is significantly different, and in my opinion, significantly more comfortable. You've got multiple vibration motors inside for an enhanced rumble experience. So the idea here is that hopefully having multiple motors will help you to decide where the action is coming from based on where the rumble occurs on the controller in relation to what's happening on screen. There's a light bar on the front. Now this light bar will communicate status info with you, the player. So if it changes colors, it could identify things that are happening in the game, like if your health is running low, for example. And of course, if you use this in conjunction with a PlayStation camera, it also becomes trackable, so the camera can track your position, or the position of the controller, I should say. The touchpad on the top that I showed you earlier is capable of drag and drop, flicking, as well as multi-touch. Right now, Killzone actually takes advantage of this by allowing you to assign different commands to your Owl drone using this touchpad. We will have to wait and see how other developers of other games take advantage of this touchpad. As mentioned earlier, the DualShock 4 features a dedicated share button. As you can probably guess, that gives you the ability to share both gameplay video as well as screenshots on a number of popular networks, including Facebook and Twitter, and you can even do live streams on Ustream and Twitch. There's also some paperwork included inside the box, as you'd expect, and part of that paperwork is a code to get you started with PlayStation Plus, allowing you to get online and start using some of those awesome multiplayer features. Setting up the device is incredibly easy to do. Just plug in your HDMI cable as well as your power cable and you're ready to start playing. Sony has been generous enough to include all of those cables necessary, which includes the HDMI cable, which hasn't come in previous generations. So you literally have everything you need right in the box to start playing. The power cable doesn't include a separate power brick. That's built right into the PS4. That is a big plus over the competitors. And you've also got the micro USB cable included for charging the controller. This plugs in rather simply, just like your smartphone or other micro USB device. You've also got a basic headset in the box. This is a one-sided kind of stealth portable headset, which now plugs into the controller using this mini jack connector. Very simple. Right on the bottom, you will see your audio port, plug it in, and you are ready to start using the headset. The last item in the box is arguably the most important. This is the actual console, the PlayStation 4, packing 8 cores of computing power, as well as 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, a 500 gigabyte built-in hard drive, a Blu-ray disc drive on the front, which is slot loading. You've got capacitive buttons for the power, as well as the disc eject button. There are 2 USBs on the front used for charging your controllers or connecting USB devices. On the back is all the rest of your connectivity: a power port, an optical audio port, an HDMI out, a LAN port, and then an aux port, which will be used for your PlayStation camera if you pick one up. Navigating the PlayStation 4 will be a familiar experience for individuals coming from the previous generation PlayStation console. You have this left to right navigation, but even for individuals who haven't ever used the PlayStation 3, this is very simple and streamlined as far as a user experience. You have 2 menu systems, the first main one, and then this secondary one you can access by pressing up on the D-pad. This will give you access to things like your download statuses, as well as your friends list, who's online, other PlayStation Network features, and then maybe most importantly, all of your settings, which I happen to access on a fairly regular basis. In here, you can change all kinds of things, including the ability to log into your system, parental controls, or whether you want to back up your data. You can see what's using up all of your hard drive space. That brings me to something else. The hard drive is fully user upgradable on the PlayStation 4. I may do an upgrade video in the future, so leave a thumbs up down below if that's something that you would enjoy seeing. But what about the games? After all, the PlayStation 4 is a next-generation gaming console, so in front of me, I have a copy of one of the launch titles, Knack. So on the surface, Knack is a very family-friendly two-player co-op game. That being said, if you toggle up the difficulty level, you can turn it into a more challenging experience as the level of AI increases. So if you're an experienced gamer, it could be more suitable at a higher difficulty level. It makes Knack a really good title for households where you have new gamers mixed with more experienced ones. Everybody can sort of get a challenge out of it. As you can tell, the visuals are very beautiful. There are bright, colorful graphics, and you have fully animated CG cutscenes that are also very nice to look at. For example, in one of the earlier levels, some of the smoke effects were very convincing. Anyways, as you can tell, it's got an old school vibe to it. You know, you go around, bash some dudes up, and really a core element here is you collect these things called artifacts, which make Knack larger and more powerful as you move through levels. This is really cool because the game style sort of changes as your character changes. That might sound a little bit complicated. Basically, it gets really, really fun as you get huge and start smashing through enemies, walls, and pretty much everything else within the world. So anyway, guys, definitely if you're picking up a brand new PlayStation 4, you might want to get started with Knack as one of your launch titles to take home with you. As I said earlier, a game for everybody in the household. Once again, big shout out to the folks over at Sony PlayStation for sending this system out so I could give you guys a closer look at the next-gen PlayStation 4. So that wraps up this unboxing and overview of the PlayStation 4. If you guys enjoyed this content, please remember to leave a thumbs up down below. Thanks as always for watching, and I will catch you on the next episode. Later, guys.